After multiple delays, it's finally here. Fabled Sagas. This is a TCG with a actually beautiful anime art style that was initially funded on Kickstarter, though they have had other smaller like little booster releases on their website. We'll talk about that, and we'll talk about a lot of other stuff going on with this game. And yes, this is a game that I personally backed. This isn't a sponsored video or anything like that. These are my own Kickstarter boxes. In fact, I backed it for 6 boxes. We're gonna open up a couple of them today and maybe talk a little bit about why I did that. One of the main reasons being this, specifically this artist, Alanary. She is a friend of the channel, someone that I've actually collaborated with several times, including the artist who did the playmat that we're going to feature in today's video. It's one of the many beautiful playmats that you can go find over on redzonerogue.com, our merch store. I don't shout it out enough, and this is the perfect time. But anyway, we're going to talk about Fabled Sagas today. We're going to open up the starter decks. We're going to open up a couple of the booster boxes and show off some of the other stuff that came in my Kickstarter. Now, I mentioned literally in the first sentence I said that after multiple delays, and yes, part of my Kickstarter order has also been delayed. Basically, all of the accessories that came in whatever package that you got. So in my case, everything from like a playmat and the art book to a like a dad hat, which I totally had a bit. I was gonna do a thing with that dad hat, which I will not be able to do because it has been delayed as well. We'll talk all about that in this video. So kick back, relax, and let's talk about a card game that you might have never heard of before, Fabled Sagas. Let's do it. And of course, here's the playmat that I mentioned, the Red Zone Rogue and Alanary collaboration playmat. This is available on redzonerogue.com. And yeah, like I said, this is one of the big reasons why I actually backed this game to begin with, because a friend of the channel, Alanary, is, I don't want to call her the main artist for the game, but she did a lot of art for this game, including the key art on the booster box and a lot of art inside. She's a fantastic artist, and if you walk away with anything from this video is that, hey, if you really like Alanary's artwork, go ahead and follow her on social media. I'll have a link in the description down below if you want to go follow her on Twitter or whatever. But yeah, let's kind of show off a little bit of what I got in the Kickstarter order, as well as, well, we're going to open it up. We're going to open it up. Oh, I do want to mention this right here, though. This is the one piece of Fabled Sagas stuff that I owned before getting the Kickstarter, and that is like this special little promo card that features art from another artist that is, well, a good friend of mine. This is a Honshu. So, you know, people who normally watch this channel will be very familiar with Han's artwork, as well as people who are into Grand Archive and just kind of really based art in general. So, yeah, so Han did do some art for this, but after talking with her, she basically told me that she only did like maybe a couple pieces total, whereas Alanary did quite a bit of art. All right, so these are all of the promos that came with it. We also have some promo packs. These are Keystone packs. There's 1 card per, and these are some like mana orb packs. We'll open these up. We also have these starter decks. There are 2 starter decks currently. The Initiator deck Magi, or the Initiator deck Stormage. It's like Storm and Mage. My Kickstarter pledge came with 4. We're just going to be showcasing these ones. I already took the shrink wrap off. I do have some, I'll call it constructive criticism for these. So yeah, we'll kind of set these off to the side. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the extra ones. Maybe I'll need the cards. Maybe I'll give them away at some point. I'm not sure. And then, of course, we have booster boxes. Now, I backed at like the Arch Magi tier that came with 6 booster boxes, as well as a bunch of other stuff. And like I said, all the extra stuff, well, it got delayed as well, so I don't know when I'm going to get that. There might be a timeline on the Kickstarter, but, you know, I don't have the time to, you know, memorize and follow along with literally all of them. So those will come when they come. This does have its own shrink wrap, which is very nice. They also did the Grand Archive thing of putting a little emoji on the bottom of the box. It does say made in China here, but I will say the cardstock is very, very nice. And we'll talk about that when we go over the cards as we open up the booster packs. Let's go ahead and show off the promos, because I do want to One of the biggest things about this game that, I guess the biggest positive I can say is the game actually looks really, really nice. Gameplay-wise, you know, the verdict's out, but at least from a cursory glance, the cardstock is very, very nice. And the foiling is really nice. It actually reminds me a lot of the Final Fantasy TCG, and that's pretty big praise because I think the Final Fantasy TCG has really, really good cardstock. Look at this. This card looks incredible. Like, this actually just looks awesome. Here's a cute little chibi. One thing I will say about the art as we go over is it's a little inconsistent. That's my only critique of the art. Not in terms of quality, but in terms of like kind of tone. This is kind of like another foil promo. Beautiful art by Alan Airy here. Another beautiful piece of art by Alan Airy. Like I said, she did a lot of the art for this. You see a lot of art by Alan Airy and this artist, which is it Suniko? Let me go put it up to my face. Suoniko. Yes. So you see a lot of art by those two artists in particular. And that's not a bad thing. It does help a lot of it feel congruous from it. And like I said, the foiling and everything is just very, very nice. In fact, hold on. Let's get you the proper look at this, right? Like this does look very, very pretty. So yeah, that's the best thing I have to say about the game initially on, you know, a cursory glance. All right, so let's go ahead and open up, I would say, let's open up these starter decks first, then we'll do the packs, and then we'll do, well, all these other packs. Yeah. I'll probably open up the rest of the boxes in my own spare time. I have opened up one box off screen, just to kind of get a little feel of it. Oh, it also came with, my pledge also came with like 14 loose booster packs. And I already opened up the loose booster packs. Let's open up Himbo here. Yeah, I found it's easiest just to open up from the bottom. On the back of this, you do have the full deck list, which is nice. And it says, Chase the Rail alternate art scripts in gold and rainbow. So there is some sort of chase for the starter decks. But here lies my biggest critique of the game so far. And that is, it basically just lacks any information that's not on their website. And what I mean by that is that this is what the starter deck comes with, the cards. And that's not bad, right? Obviously you want the cards, but it doesn't come with a how to play booklet. It doesn't come with a little playmat with the zones, even like a crappy paper one. It doesn't come with a QR code that tells you where to go and how to learn how to play. It's literally nothing. It is just the cards. And I get that there is a production cost, you know, for that kind of stuff, but the bare minimum, in my opinion, is a QR code, and this doesn't even have that. So that's my biggest critique of this. We'll talk about that a little bit more when we get to the booster box too, because this also lacks information that I deem to be fairly crucial, actually. All right, so let's take a look at the cards. Once again, the card stock is really nice, and I think the art is fantastic for the most part. The back is textured. Oh, that's a good shot right there. You can kind of see how the back is textured, and then it has like the glossy like logo. Cardstock wise, it's actually really nice. I think they did a great job with the cardstock in general. Like I said, it feels like a premium Japanese trading card game, like Buddy Fight, actually, how Buddy Fight had the textured card back, or like Final Fantasy TCG. These are standard size cards, if you're curious, now that I mentioned Japanese card games. But yeah, look at that. Look at the art. It's so good. That Alan Airy's art, of course. You can always tell her art. She has a very like almost watercolor-y style. Very, very pretty. And yeah, here you can see the difference between like the foils and the not foils. Very minimalistic on the borders and frames. Basically very similar to Final Fantasy, actually. You want to look at these little symbols on the top denoting like their class and their like elements. And I'm not like too familiar on this game, but I do know a little bit of it. And here we have just more of the cards. The rarity, by the way, is on the bottom here. So you can see this has a P. This one also has a P, but then this one has a B. B stands for basic. And I don't exactly remember what P stands for off the top of my head, but basically, actually, you know what? Here, let me grab my phone, because this is one of my big critiques. I guess we'll talk about it now. It doesn't tell you on the booster packs or anywhere on the booster boxes the rarities or the set configuration or anything. It doesn't tell you anything. I feel that's pretty standard. So here's my phone. Hold on, let me tone it down a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. So the set size is, let's see, where does it say it again? Does it say? It doesn't say the set size, but it does tell you the breakdown. You know, there's 5,000 booster boxes total for the print run. There's a lot of stuff for like collectors and that kind of stuff. So rarities and ratios. Okay, so each booster box contains 24 packs. 8 of those packs will have foils. Each booster box contains 16 rares, 6 mystics, and 2 parables at a minimum. So the P rarity is the parable. So here we have B for basic, non-foil. R is a rare, little red symbol there, non-foil. Then we have mystic, look at that spicy artwork, which is foil. That's the M. M is mystic. Then we have P. So P is parable, and that's what this one is. This is a parable foil. Foil, diamond texture, cold stamp. Now in the booster box that I opened, I got 6 mystics and 2 parables. But we have higher rarity stuff too. There is a G for gold script. At least I think that's a G, but it's the golden one, right? Which has like a signature on it. Then we have rainbow script serialized. This one example says it's a 2 out of 10. And then we have the secret rare, which just says population 100 / gold packs or god packs. So there's going to be some god packs apparently. So we'll see if we can get these. These are the ones we're going to be chasing after in this video: the gold script, the rainbow script, and the secret. These seem to be the really chase ones here. But what it says is that you get 6 mystics and 2 parables at a minimum, which is what I got in my box. And then each booster case contains 2 gold scripts at a minimum, somewhere amongst those. 12 boxes. And it says even if you... Hold on, I kind of shrunk that weird. Let's go back. It says even if you run through a booster case and find the 2 gold scripts, there's still a chance at the rainbow scripts or god pack and secret rare. So basically they baked it in so that you can't really map the box, the cases all that much, which is great. It says technically a booster case could contain 2 gold scripts, a rainbow, and a god pack. So I like that. That's a good way to circumvent it, and you know, to get around people just buying a case, opening up the boxes until they get the good hits, and then selling all the like dud boxes. Still being able to hit really high chase stuff is really good to help circumvent that. Then there's also like alternate art scripts. So we have like a mystic, gold script, and then the rainbow, which is all, you know, the same. This is all the same character, but just different artwork and treatments and all that kind of stuff. And the same as here. Here's a rare, gold script, and rainbow foil, and then the rainbow script. So that's we're gonna be keeping our eyes out on. But yeah, none of this information is on the box or on the packs or anything. It's just nothing. You'll see. I'll show you. You have to go look it up on the website, and that's kind of like the biggest critique, including the rules on how to play. You just have to look everything up on the website, which is, I get it. You know, we're in the modern era. People have access to internet, but it's also nice to just have the physical paper versions of that information. And yeah, got the little fire cat, little fire kid. This reminds me of Surtur from Arknights, little Neko. And so yeah, here's some of the art for like the basics and stuff. This one's really, really cute. Lily, I like her design as well. She definitely reminds me also of Arknights characters. This art is also really, really good. And so like I said, the art is generally really good. I like this. I noticed that there's 2 like companion cards. This is Moonberries Yum, but there's also Sunberries Gross or Ick or something like that, which I do find very, very funny. Yeah, the art generally speaking is really, really nice and really, really good. I would say it's a little hit and miss, where some of the art maybe it doesn't quite stand out as much. But I do think that's kind of fair. I give it a little bit more of a pass, being their first trading card game, being an indie project. These are like your mana orbs, by the way, which are kind of like your dedicated resource, I could say, kind of like your energy from Pokemon. And then here's one of the tokens, which is actually just beautiful token. So yeah, sometimes the art is really good, and sometimes the art's just kind of like maybe not as interesting, I guess, is a way you can put it. But yeah, generally speaking, I think aesthetically, this game looks great, especially when you're opening packs. I do have another critique for that too. Hey, hopefully, if the devs watch this, hopefully they take away what I'm saying as like as constructive criticism and not like trashing on it. Honestly, if I didn't like the game and if I was gonna trash on it, I literally just wouldn't have made a video to begin with. I probably would have just tried to sell it all. But no, I actually do think this is cool. So here's this deck, by the way. I love her bell bottoms. She does give off like huge 80s, like 70s, 80s vibes with those bell bottoms. Maybe like 60s, 70s. Yeah. Now we're talking. 80s was a little bit of a different vibe. All right, so here is this deck. Oh yeah, this guy's the non-foil version of this. So yeah, I haven't played the game. I literally just got my stuff today, but I have seen some like how to play stuff, and it seems, well, I'm not sure. I don't want to critique the gameplay quite yet because I haven't actually played it yet. I always like to reserve judgment until I've actually played. This dude has giant eyes. Giant eyes. I will say one thing, looking at the website and going through like what they have in terms of characters and lore, I do actually really like how they have a fleshed out world. They have a map with regions, and I'm a giant nerd, dude. Of course, I'm opening an anime style trading card game here. I like that kind of stuff. I really like it when they put in the extra effort to be like, here's our world, here's the things. That's why I like this card, the Sunberries Yuck and the Moonberries Yum. I really like it because it gives you like world building, and it's kind of just charming. I like that kind of stuff in games like this, especially when we live in an age where everything is like an IP ripoff or just purely based on tropes. I like it when games try to do their own thing, even if it's stuff that reminds me of other things. Really like the art in this one. Very, very nice. So yeah, and like I said, the art in general is really good. All the artists are credited on the bottom. Critical moment. Yeah, I got like a fancy foil version of this card, I think, at one point. Arch notes. Oh, this is Grant's Hidden Blueprints. Yeah, I like it when you see like the backgrounds and stuff. Of course, this is Alan Airy artwork. And this one has Voltic Orb, and then Inferno Orb, and then another really, really cute token. So yeah, just a first cursory glance. Yeah, I think this is interesting and good enough looking to, at least kind of like give it a second glance if you're someone who likes this kind of stuff, especially if you like this general vibe, this kind of like Final Fantasy, Grand Blue Fantasy style vibe. I think it's kind of like marinating in that. Let's kind of set these off to the side here, and then we will open up these Pacarinos, and then we'll get into the booster boxes. Yeah. All right, let's see what we got. Ooh, okay. I do remember getting a regular version of this card. The foiling is just really nice. Unholy Nectar. One thing they do that I'm not a huge fan of, though, it's kind of like up to you whether you like it. I just got two Unholy Nectars. All right. Well, I hope I like this card and I want to play it. Is that they do have a lot of like individual packs and smaller set type stuff that you can buy directly from them on their website. Ooh, this orb is really pretty. And for whatever reason, to me, that just feels like indie TCG doings, right? I see that a lot in like these shoestring budget TCGs where they just try to sell stuff off of their website instead of going through like, Distributors, ooh, same one. Get 2 Gale Orbs. We're gonna do 3 Gale Orb. Are we literally just gonna get the same packs? All right, let's see. That would actually be Gale Orb. Oh, different orb. Okay, saved though. Aqueous Orb. These are very pretty looking. All right, so let's. I didn't even finish that thought. I don't know. It just feels a little weird when games go through like a Patreon, or they tell you to go to their Discord rather than their official website. It just feels like, you know, indie TCG vibes, which is not bad, right? It's not bad, but in our day and age where the competitions are really, really high for TCGs, I think a lot of professionalism goes a long way to making your game stand out among everything else. So there's a little pro tip to the devs. It's not really a pro tip. It's just kind of like general sentiment, because there's nothing actionable that I just said. Anyway, art notes. Yeah, let's go ahead and open this up. Box art by Alan Erie looks absolutely beautiful. Yeah, and then the real thing for me. So anytime I look at a card game, I really look at 2 main things. Everything else to me is tertiary. The collectability, anything that has to do with like finance or valuable stuff, all of that comes way later for me. Initially, it's, does the game look good? Does the game have an appeal that makes me want to open up cards, makes me want to experience their world and what they're doing? And then after that, is the game fun? So I think Fabled Sagas, at least initially, fulfills one of those. I haven't played it yet, so I can't tell you about the gameplay, but I do like the way this game looks, and I think it's like, hey, it's charming, and it makes me want to open up more. And a lot of it is from the art direction, which is fantastic. So here's a booster pack. You can see that there are 10 different elements, which is kind of a lot. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Once again, that's more of a gameplay thing. World building and aesthetics wise, yeah, sure. And then here's the information on the booster pack. Literally just says no specific rarity is guaranteed, yada, yada, yada. For more information, go to their website. Or you can email us at support@fablesagas.com, and then for more information, go to the website. At least it doesn't take you to like a Discord channel or something, which is it's kind of like a big red flag for me when I see that, to be honest. Nothing says super professional like go to our community Discord. Anyway, let's open up some stuff. We have Bane Addercop. Art looks fantastic. I love how they really focus on the artwork. It's just big and bold. There's not a lot of blocky stuff getting in the way. The text is pretty small, though, so that could be a thing. I generally don't mind, but I know some people might. And you can see, like, Alan Aries did some artwork. This one is by Feed Vodka. Feed Vodka, yes, please. Oh, I really like this art. This is really nice looking. By Void Sprout, or Vito Sprout. It's hard to see. It's hard to see through the camera. But generally speaking, yeah, I really do like the artwork here. This is a rare. We have a rare Replenish, and then we have an orb and a token. Each pack has an orb and a token, and either one rare or higher. So we'll just kind of set these off to the side and continue opening our packs. And we'll just chat as we open the packs. For those of you who are curious, and there's always a couple people who ask, what other Kickstarter TCGs have I backed? Well, this was one of them. This is really pretty. I, once again, really like the art on that. And then the only other one that I have yet to feature on this channel, this is our rare Kingdom of Halazin, is Warlord Saga the Storm. Now, that's not entirely true. I have featured Warlord here on the channel, but that is with the original Warlord, kind of doing a little look at before I backed the Kickstarter. And that's the last Kickstarter TCG that I have backed. It was really Fabled Sagas, Altered, and Warlord. Oh, this one looks really cool. Like I said, the art style is really nice. Generally speaking, I think it's really great. It does a good job of giving you this kind of like sense of environment and world building. That's not true for all of it. There are some cards that just have like kind of like a static character with like nothing in the background, but there's other ones that depict like this nice countryside, and this character is a recurring character throughout the cards. I don't remember her name, but I do know she is kind of like a recurring character. A little dragon, cute little dragon. So yeah, this is our rare Violet Visions, and then we have normal orb and a token. Yeah. So the real things that are gonna sell this for me now that I've gotten into this game are how fun is it, right? After that, then you can start talking about organized play and collectability, but the game needs to look good and it needs to be fun first. If it doesn't have either of those, I'm out. Like, just immediately I'm out. Stormage Gaius. Ooh, we have a colloquial cadence. Yeah, it's really cute. I dig it. I dig it. And that's when you can start talking about, you know, local scenes, tournament, prize support, roadmap. I think going back to Kickstarter is a big red flag. Means you didn't spend your money well, or the game just didn't do well enough, both of which kind of rough. God, the art is so very good, though. A big kudos for, like, the art director and at least selecting the artists, because I think the artists did a generally really good job. I got Tobias. There's another rare soothsayer, Samkin. Loru did the art on that one. Sylvan Orb. Yeah. I do feel that sometimes the art can be a little disjointed, but generally it's great. And I've seen that a lot with a lot of TCGs when they have like the very first set. Even Grand Archive, the art felt a little disjointed in the first set. There's a lot of like, you know, very anime characters, and there's just like an old man with a beard. He's definitely kind of got like a wizard aesthetic, but at the same time, it's just like looks really out of place. We did get a foil card here. We got oh look at that, Lilith, Maiden of the Sun. This is one of the P rarities. Once again, I don't remember the second tier of foiling, and of course, art by Alan Erie. Looks absolutely beautiful. And so this is one of those games that, like, at the very least, hey, maybe you'll just open up packs because the art's really pretty. That could definitely be a thing. And I also want to say that just in terms of small TCGs, like, a game doesn't have to be super popular. Ooh, did we get another foil? Ooh, we did get another foil. A game doesn't have to be super popular in order to be successful. It can keep making sets as long as it's kind of like self-sufficient. And we do see that with a lot of smaller TCGs. Maybe that's a video for another time. Also, art on this random basic by Kevin Siddhartha is just nuts, dude. That's so good. That is actually so good. And so, like I'm saying, the art in this game is just so good. Oh, that looks sick. That looks really cool. This one's one of the Mystic. Archnote, Encroaching Shadows. That looks cool. Yeah. So I'm curious to learn how to play. I'm gonna have to try to find someone who wants to either play this with me. Got the art once again. Who wants to either play this with me, or if they have their own stuff on the Discord or something. I got the starter decks. We have Odling Simon. But yeah, I do want to learn to play. Give it the paces. I'm not sure if I'll make or when I'll make another video on this. I think it would be interesting to do, and this is something I've been thinking of just in general, of doing a a live stream, and it would just be like just a bunch of random games. It'll be like the TCG roulette live stream where I like have someone who's as crazy as me and just has a bunch of these card games. That's our rare, by the way. And then we'll just be like, okay, for the first hour and a half, we're going to play Fabled Sagas. For the second hour and a half, we're going to play Altered. Then we're going to play like just a bunch of like less known TCGs. Maybe we'll even play some of my favorites, some like Bushiroad games or something like that. Play some Shadowverse, play some Vice Schwartz. I'll have to find someone who has all these games as well, which is also quite difficult. Oh, okay, that looks really, really pretty. This is Nilia, Crysionist Trickster. I like it. I like it. She's got the little level 1 wizard hat. Is everything... No, not everything's a wizard hat. Most things have wizard hats, though. I think there's like either like a wizard hat or creature, perhaps. A little dog. His name is Asher. He's cute. I do like the dog. I do like the dog. If you don't like the dog, you're a monster. you're a monster. This is our rare. Area's Field of Wishes. It's pretty. Nope, we still have one more from that side of the box. So yeah, I'm actually really curious to hear folks' comments down below. Have any experience with Fabled Sagas? What do you think of the game? Do you like the gameplay? What do you think of like the world and the lore and all of that kind of stuff? The comments that are not helpful are the one. Ooh, okay, she looks also fantastic. Not gonna lie, I've pulled 2 of her already. So this is my third. It's my third one of this one. Junith Martial Law. She looks great. I have noticed that the foiling does bleed a little bit into the characters where it shouldn't, but still overall looks great. What I was gonna say, oh yeah, the unhelpful ones are the comments that are like Kickstarter, pump and dump, or like dead game. First of all, no one cares, but second of all, this is not helpful. No, not helpful at all. Kingdom of Halazin. Because, in case you didn't realize, I actually really enjoy games that are actually dead. You know, games that are out of print, which is my definition and many people's definition of actual dead game. Dead game does not mean that it's not played at your random LGS in Podunk, Tennessee or whatever. Just no shot against folks from Tennessee, but my point is like, just because your random LGS wherever you are in the world doesn't carry a specific game doesn't mean it's dead. Ooh, this is Elysium. Because I can tell you, there are many stores where I live that don't carry Vanguard or Yu-Gi-Oh! Does that mean that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is dead? No, it does not. In fact, I actually know some stores that don't carry Magic around here. So, anyway, I was leading down a negative path, but I just wanted to. We're just yapping, we're just chatting, you know. There's our rare Archnote. This is a Halazin's Tax Revolution little bear there. As someone who covers mostly at this point, we cover a lot of Bushiroad games. Shadowverse Evolved being my favorite game, but also stuff like Vanguard and Vice. A lot of Grand Archive as well. I would say Grand Archive and Shadowverse are my 2 big focuses right now. But I do cover whatever I feel like. Ooh, the art in this one is so good, dude. Loru. It looks really nice. I see a lot of comments from, you know, outside of the community, I guess you could say. Maybe from even inside the community, even though, I've always condoned, you know, being pretty open and welcoming to folks from all card gaming backgrounds, whether you play Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, Vanguard, Vice, if you're still one of the buddy fight faithfuls, whether you play Flesh and Blood or Magic, everyone's welcome here. That's kind of a vibe that I want to, you know, keep going, including games like Fabled Sagas. If you're here and you're like, I'm super into Fabled Sagas, my response is, that's awesome. Please tell me more about it. I would like to know more about this game. All right. We got a cultured card here. Aragul Infernal Necromancer. She's a spicy one. Who's the artist on this one? Hold on. Gotta shout out this artist. Gendu32 with 3 O's. Based though. So we have 6 pulls total. We should have 2 more according to the website. Yeah. At some point we are going to be going through these a little bit quicker. God, that looks so good though. That looks so good. We are seeing a lot of duplicates. Ooh, I've never seen this one. Necromancy. I mean, I do really like that art. I do really like that. Interesting. This looks like there's a watermark right there. But is that... I say interesting because I don't know if that's on all of those... It is. It is on all of the spell type cards. I got you. Okay, cool. This is the first time I noticed it. But, yeah. Like I said, just diving into this. Just diving into this. But I would be really curious to know if someone is watching this. This looks really cool. And this is... The vibe here is just super cool. Is if they're like, God, this pack in particular just has like just a lovely vibe. And this rare is one that I haven't seen before. Lialet Energetic Rouge. I don't know if that's supposed to be rogue, but they spelt it rouge. All right. Let me know if that's supposed to be rogue, because the G is not supposed to be there. As someone who has that word in my business and self-identity title type of thing, right? I do know the difference between... Ooh, look at that. I do know the difference between rouge and rogue. But other than that... Ooh, I've pulled a few of her before. I think these cards are, like, really good. I think she's really good. It's like, when she dies, you go... She's like a Sangha. When she dies, you go get another dude that has a certain, like, life parameters. But I do really like the art in this card. I dig it quite a bit. This is definitely my wheelhouse for sure. We'll put her on the top. A couple more packs for box 1, and we'll go on to box 2. Yeah, it's always interesting kind of like diving into this kind of stuff. And I will be opening up the other boxes likely off screen. So here we have another one of our M's by Alan Airy. This one is Grant Master Engineer. We've seen him in a couple other arts. And once again, I really like when they do that. Helps with like the world building, makes the world feel, congruous. And have we hit the total? Nope. So this last pack should have, we'll toss that to the side. This last pack should have a foil in it. Whether it's an M or have we pulled a second P? No, it's probably going to be the P rarity or higher. So, yep, I see it. I see it right there. This is Grant's Hidden Blueprints for Grant. We got the guy. We got the guy. This art is just super good. Just the buff old dude. Oh, look at that one. This one is Scorching Serenade. Absolutely beautiful by Wingsy. Yeah, incredible. And then those are our hits from this. I do like how you're guaranteed like a baseline number of like foil hits. Yeah, that's pretty good. So there's like less feel bads if you open up a box and you get like, 2 hits or something, and you open up another box and you get like 11 hits. This happened with Grand Archive's first set, and they've gotten a lot better about it, by the way. Just, you can't judge everything by, like, you can't judge the first set of a TCG by the standards of a game that's been out for like 20 years or something, like, Magic, for example. So I tend to be a little bit more forgiving when a game makes like their very first set like this, because they have time to learn and to, swap it up. So, yeah. And you know what? Like I said, even if the game doesn't become hugely popular, and, honestly, it'll be a struggle for Fabled Sagas. The market is so saturated. But, like I was saying earlier, it doesn't have to be in this day and age. It can have its own, like, dedicated fan base and still kind of thrive, Not like gangbusters, not just, like, printing money, stuffing their bank accounts, but this is literally just a Gatling gun. It's just a Gatling gun. As long as you have enough, like, as long as you make enough to keep, making sets, to keep printing them, paying your developers, paying the artists. As long as you can keep doing that, games can keep going. Like, it's kind of crazy, actually. It's the whole reason that Force of Will still exists, because most people think it's dead. That game is still going, still has new sets. Like, they just keep pumping out new sets, and why? Well, because it has a small but very dedicated fan base, enough to keep the game going. Ooh, okay, I don't know what this is, but it looks very shiny. Was that M rarity? Oh, I've seen this art before. Astrolilies Cordesii. Once again, Alinary based Alinary artwork. Excellent. That's our first. That's an M. The M for us. But yeah, ooh, we got another foil in this pack. Let's go. I like the yuck. I like the yuck. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, it's this dude. Okay, we take that. This is another M. This is a Calum Crimson Gloom. It's me some days. Crimson Gloom. Another art by Alinary. That's the one that we got like the full art promo of. That I don't think it's of him, but I think it's just kind of like a little art promo thing. God, yeah. This game just does look super nice. Looks super good. And this is kind of like setting and world building and art and all that kind of stuff that, yeah, I'm happy to open this up. I'm interested to check it out. Interested to play it more, to see where they go with it. I would like for them to do, like, obviously the things I'd want to see are like this typical TCG stuff, you know, more sets, you know, store support, all of that kind of good stuff, you know. There's a lot of creative things you can do in the TCG industry that a lot of people just haven't because they're just trying to copy Magic. Well, here's the Unholy Nectar that we got 2 of the foils for. So it's interesting to see where these indie games are gonna go from here. It's gonna be really tough for a lot of them, to be honest. Very few of them have actually done the TCG thing. In fact, oh, I really like the art in this card. Oh, I like this one a lot. This one might be my favorite. This is really nice. False Ashes of Rhyme Soul. That's very cool. Grand Archive is the only Kickstarter TCG that's actually like doing it as a TCG, in my opinion. Sorcery's still kicking around, but they're doing their own thing. They're doing something completely different. But Grand Archive, they are now multiple sets in with a competitive circuit. I still like the art on that card. They've got the competitive circuit. They're doing, you know, innovative things like the Proxia's Vault. Yeah. So, but they're the only one, right? Out of all of the Kickstarter TCGs that have come out, in my opinion. Oh, this is the Honshu. Yo, let's go. We got the Honshu card. This is the one that's the actual card. Here, I still have the other thing. This one just has like flavor text on it. But this one is the actual card. Astrolilies Rosalie. Nice. We can go with, yo, this is art by my like 2 great artist friends. They're both Astrolily. So we have Astrolily Cordesii and Astrolilies Rosalie. Yeah, actually love to see it though. That's really cool. And like I said, I don't think Hana's done very much art for the game. She told me she only did a couple pieces, so it's still cool to see her art though. If you didn't know, if you're coming to this channel and you haven't seen it before, I've worked with multiple artists on, you know, Red Zone Rogue merch, playmats, sleeves, all that kind of good stuff. And one of them is this one with Alinary featuring our character villain. But I've done a lot of work with Honshu, everything from designing the logo and the card back, as well as like the Red Zone Rogue card back, as well as like a whole bunch of different splash arts and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. It's cool to see. Oh, we got a nice one here, because I could tell it's got the gold foiling right there. So this is at least one of the P's. Okay, I know this dude. He looks awesome. This is Augur of the Unholy Council. Yeah, this is one of the P rarities. I know this because I opened up one of this in my first box. Yeah, that looks sick as hell. Looks great. So we have 5 boxes here, and my battery is flashing, so apologies if we end up just cutting out. We'll try to speed it up a little bit here. A beautiful artwork there. Looks fantastic. But yeah, I mean, I've kind of like took a little while and savored this opening, but I always love checking out new card games, especially if they fulfill those requirements. Like I said, does it look good? It has to look not just good, it has to look really, really good, because I think the competition these days is incredibly high. And I've done some consulting work for some tabletop games. Not all TCGs, but that's one of the things that I like to talk about is like the quality right now is at an all-time high. There are so many really good games that look really good. So you need to look better than that. You need to look amazing and stand out. Oh, okay, okay. This is another P. This is Litola Demonic Minx. Hell yeah, dude. All right, well, ooh, this one's probably my favorite. Now I was gonna say this one. I do like this one a lot. This one does have art by Alan Airy, so that's a big plus. But I don't know. I like the demon waifus. That looks great. Well, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that one. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Okay. So anyway, and I do think this game looks great. And I do think it stands out enough to... Ooh, here's another... We haven't seen this one. Fumi, Keeper of the Study. Really, really pretty. Yeah, really, really pretty. I think it does stand out enough from other anime-style TCGs out there. And I think it's doing something like Grand Archive in that they're creating their own world, and they're not using a lot of pre-existing things. In fact, even Grand Archive used some pre-existing stuff. Like we have a character that's named Merlin, right? Different from your standard Arthurian Merlin. They kind of did their own take on it, but still you have a character called Merlin. Whereas Fabled Sagas, as far as I know, it's an entirely 100% completely unique world that they made up, which is a rarity. It's actually a rarity these days, and I respect it a hell of a lot. If I ever did a game, whether it be a TCG or LCG board game or whatever, I would have a similar thing. It would be all original characters, likely featuring the 4 Project Red Zone characters, Villain being one, but Katsumi, Villain, Etoile, and Vea, though we have some ideas for more characters. They're not gonna all be female, but you know, a lot of them are. All right, we have another foil here. Okay, this one looks actually really, really beautiful as well. This is Magic Queen Misaki. Yeah, dude, that actually looks also incredible. So we got our 8 hits here, right? The one downside of having guaranteed hits in the box is now that I know these last 2 packs will likely not have anything unless they have some sort of like Uber Chase card or really cute artwork on that one, or the God Pack or whatever. Though I don't know if the God Pack counts towards any of this. This is our last pack, by the way. So as we come to a close, first of all, hey, thank you for watching this far. I imagine most people aren't. So if you are watching this far, let everyone know what your favorite card art, just in general, or just card is down below. Oh, finishing off with the Rouge. finishing off with the Rouge. And so everyone knows you're a real one for watching this far. I do like the Rouge. I do like the Rouge quite a bit. Now, my personal favorite, it's got to be... Ooh, there's some good ones. There's some real good ones. I think... Oh, she's pretty spicy too. There's some good ones. Wow, there are so many good ones in this. Like I just hold up all of these. But like, look at these. Like this looks like an actual S tier game in terms of like aesthetics, right? It just looks really, really nice. So I hope the gameplay is there to match. I'm gonna be playing some, seeing, testing it out, giving it the paces, and yeah, just thank you so much for watching. If I had to pick one of these as my favorite, I mean, it's probably this one, but I mean, some of these are it's just so good. Like this little fox is really nice. Obviously the based Skull Booba one is great. Also, you could see her like skeleton arm inside of her arm. That's pretty cool. I also really like this one quite a bit. And then there's this. You know what? We'll just say it's this one because it's the first big chase card that we pulled, and also just a really nice card. So thank you so much for watching. I'm going to be done yapping here. Let me know what you think of Fabled Sagas in the comments down below. If you'd like to see more videos of this, I don't have any planned at this point. So if you'd like to see more, let me know. Or maybe we'll do that live stream that we mentioned, like a live stream roulette, TCG roulette or something. But let me know. I appreciate you. Hope you have a great day. and we'll see you next time. All right, so we opened up all the boxes, and I just wanted to show that we did, in fact, pull the God Pack. Proof being this special secret rare that only comes in the God Pack. So we did get the God Pack, and we also got in the box the full 3, 6, 8 other pulls. So we got the God Pack in addition to the regular 8 pulls, which is pretty cool. The God Pack, by the way, contains, these are all M rarities. Yeah, they're all M rarities, and then the special secret rare. Yeah, pretty sick. All right, bye.